The Vietnam protest movement is intrinsically tied to the civil rights movement, and you can't separate the two. They exist at the same time and are part of the same continuum. There were a big number of Mississippians off fighting in Vietnam. Many of them had been drafted. Many of them, especially African-American soldiers, had left cities and towns in Mississippi to join the military as a form of advancement. The military was a place, as America was desegregating, that desegregated first. It's where they could get better jobs, it's where they could get quicker promotions and be looked upon for merit as opposed to skin color.
You honestly felt that you had a better chance in the military than you would on the outside. I can truthfully say that I got a chance to work with some of the better people and was judged mostly on what I could do, and not because of the color of the skin.
Serving one's country when the country refused to acknowledge you and your rights is a very strong indication of loyalty. In spite of, we served. In spite of, we died. For a country who didn't want to give us full service, full rights as a citizen.
That existed sort of within the civil rights movement at various kinds of levels, this question of why are we supposed to go over to Vietnam? You know, we got all these problems in Mississippi. You know, the first SNCC statement against the war in Vietnam came from Macomb students in 1964.
The Vietnam draft protest movement, the anti-Vietnam War protest movement, was born directly out of the experience of the civil rights protests. They had seen how effective the civil rights protests were, the sit-ins, the marches, the peaceful protests, sometimes even protests that turned violent. That they saw that street-level action could impact national policy. And so what they did and the tactics they used were born directly out of the civil rights movement, and many of the players were often the same.
And I think one of the things that happened was when Martin Luther King got this hold of it, and he protested the war. I think the whole thing changed, and then it was real full-blown because he had legitimate protests to start with. I was in Atlanta airport, and he was passing through, and he saw me, and we were just standing there. And I said, oh man, I guess he's going to give me the devil about being, I was in uniform. And he just said, son, he said, are you going or coming? And I said, I'm coming back, sir. He said, well, thank God we got you back. And that's all he said, and kept going.
When you're in a war situation, there is no black and white. You know, that's your brother. It don't make any difference, you know. You have to depend on that person for your life just as much as they have to depend on you.
We had two colors in Vietnam: green uniform and red blood.